So I'm just going to make this one short and sweet, and this one's going to be on drugs today, and I'm going to be really blunt and really mean, and it's probably going to hurt a couple of people, but it's so true. There is no drug you can smoke, no line you can take, no inhalant you can huff, no fucking beer you can shotgun. There is nothing. Nothing. There is no high, no drunk, like looking in, I shouldn't exactly say drunk, but there is no high like looking into the person's eyes you love and seeing them smile. And that's so fucking true. And those of you who are in love with me, they'll completely agree with me because it's so fucking true. But today's Super Bowl Sunday, so I gotta keep this one pretty short. So I'm just gonna say this: if you're doing drugs, get a fucking job and stop spending your money on stupid shit. Because I don't mean to sound like super mean about this, but every time your dumb ass goes and buys drugs from somebody, you're making some kid like me fucking rich as shit. Rich enough to walk around and give people $2,000 every day for the rest of his life. And you know what? I hope you fucking die. Because that's really fucking stupid of you. Especially considering the fact that you're putting your drugs before your girlfriend and she really likes you to the point where she won't even let me trash talk you even though you completely deserve it, you pile of shit. So, I just want you to know that. Maybe it's time you get your priorities straight and you understand that that girl, the one who looks to you and honestly, you're her drug. Maybe it's time you start thinking the same about her. Because honestly, when you do, there is no regret about it. And take that from my personal opinion. I have been there. I have had my fair share of experiences with drugs. And I have had my fair share of experiences with love. And love, way better. There is no side effects to love. There's not a single one. You're not going to wake up from love the next morning and vomit everywhere for 3 hours and end up waking up next to a fucking frozen I woke up next to a frozen turkey. That's just one of my bad experiences. But never did that when I was in love. At least not that I know of. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just a personal opinion. But, yeah. Love is the best drug there is. And yeah, every once in a while love does cease to exist and it sucks major penis, but that just means you have to find your next dealer of love, I guess. That's kind of a good way to put it. And when you do, it's a good feeling again. Because honestly, there are memories I have of drugs, and sure, they might stay with me for a little bit and whatever, but I have memories of fucking I don't know, those of you who know what the inside of, you guys know JCPenney. Well, see, the girl I was dating at this time, she had never had her slow dance, right? So we went into JCPenney, and I held her hand, and right when a really slow song came on, I slow danced with her in JCPenney. And you know what? She actually started to cry because she was so happy, and she's never had a moment like that. And honestly, that will always, always, always be branded in me because I meant it, and it means a lot more to me than drugs ever could. So maybe it's time you get your priorities straight, and you understand that this girl you're with, that you're playing with her heart, that it's not right. I recommend you you get your shit straight, and you get your shit together, and you know what? You give her the best you can possibly be, and if she moves on and she needs better, so be it. She deserves better. But if you sit back and you be the shittiest person you can be and she moves on, you'll probably live the rest of your life regretting how you could have fixed that, and how you could have gave her the best. And believe me on that, it's a really shitty feeling. But, so maybe it's time to get your shit together for all those stoners out there. And Tannis Peterson will completely agree with me on this. There is nothing like looking into that girl's eyes. And there is no drug that'll be no, there's nothing even close to that. Love too, and this is so fucking true. Love, when you lose it, when you get a heartbreak, it is the ultimate painkiller. It is the worst. I honest to God, it's North Dakota where I am. Those of you guys who are out of state, I know there's a couple of them. I stood outside and I stood on an overpass and I cried in a t-shirt and sweatpants, and it was -30 below. And I didn't even notice how cold it was until I moved my hands off the bridge. My hands had actually ripped apart, and part of it was still on the fucking bridge. Because it was so cold, my hand had frozen to that bridge. And the tears, I was crying into a necklace. I had this necklace. It's a long fucking story. But the necklace had actually frozen. That's how fucking cold it was. And I didn't feel a single fucking thing because I was so numb. So, you know what? You guys want to get drugged, all those stoners, go find a girl to love. And I don't mean just some fake girl that you're going to love for a little bit, show her your dick, and then leave her. Because I know there's stoners out there who like to do that. And they also get really, really, really mad at me. In fact, I have a couple of hater messages. Because I go up to these girls while they're dating them, and I'll be point blank with them and tell them that they deserve better and that they need to get their shit together and move on because your lazy pile of shit ass ain't going to treat them the way they're supposed to be treated. And you know what? Somebody did that to my last girlfriend, and I could not be happier. Because after that happened, it was the biggest fucking wake-up call I've ever had in my fucking life, and I have to tell you what. After that happened, I got my shit together, and I'm doing the best I've ever done. I've so fucking... Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell to the motherfucking yes. And you know what it was? It wasn't no drug that did it, it was a girl. So, maybe it's time. That's all I'm gonna say about this subject.